Just looked at the comments of a makeup look I posted. Leilani, you should go on Love Island. You're basically saying I should go to jail because I would crash out. I would crash out. Today we're recreating an Islanders makeup look. Can we guess who we're doing? We are recreating OLANDRIA'S everyday makeup. I'll insert a picture right here. Let's get to it. I typically elongate my brows a little more, but I refrained from that today. And I gave it a little extra arch and made them thicker than my typical brow. OLANDRIA wears a lot of concealer and I love a lot of concealer, okay? Bobbi Brown eye base, always. Now she definitely does a warmer under eye than I would typically go for, so I'm gonna replicate that today. We have my Kosas concealer and this is much darker than I would go, so we're gonna layer a lighter one on top. This is just to bring that warmth. Now that the under eyes are warmed up with that first concealer, we're going in with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this is definitely brighter, but not the brightest I'm gonna go in with today. I feel like she definitely does that V shape as well, just seeing the way that the concealer lays. And although her under eyes are warmer, they are still very bright, so I'm going with my brightest shade of the Too Faced concealer. And we are applying a lot today. I love a strong under eye. Since we are working with a lot of concealers today, I'm gonna go ahead and spray my Balboa White Truffle First Serum Spray on my beauty sponge, just so all of those concealers can seamlessly melt together and there is no cakiness. Here are the under eyes. I feel like we did a really good job at replicating that. OLANDRIA'S skin is naturally flawless, so I'm just gonna go in with a gel tint. This one is from Milk, just to give even coverage with real looking skin without caking on too much foundation. Foundation is blended in. I did realize that she doesn't wear any concealer on her forehead or chin. From what I can tell, all the focus is under the eyes. But for bronzer, I've been waiting to try this out. The new NARS Denona Hy-Sculp liquid bronzers. I'm going in with shade Dawn Dark because I feel like the shade before is just a little too light for me. My girl OLANDRIA is a naturally bronzed queen, so we have to add that bronze. NARS Denona, this liquid bronzer, chef's kiss. Look how soft and sculpted. Like that blended in like a dream. There is zero streaks. Beautiful. For blush. Okay, so I've seen OLANDRIA wear a pinky blush and a berry blush. I'm gonna go ahead and mix the two today. We have the new Charlotte Tilbury Unreal blush sticks. I'm gonna place shade Cherry towards the back and shade Pinky Glow towards the apples. This sheen right here is exactly why I fell in love with these blushes, and it gives that 3D effect. Now that is an OLANDRIA blush combo if I ever did see one. Okay, it's time to set the face. I definitely am gonna go in with a yellowy banana powder under the eyes. This one's from Tower 28. I'm gonna press that under the eye and in my T-zone because we always set with a press powder before we bake. And I'm gonna quickly bronze because I always bronze before I bake. Bronze with my Armani Luminous Silk Bronzing Powder. For this bake, we need to pop open the HUDA Beauty Easy Bake Powder in Blondie. This definitely has a much warmer undertone than my typical baking powder that I would go with. I think this is gonna do it. This is gonna do it. I'm gonna bake along the sides of the nose where we contoured. Now, just like the concealer, I'm only putting it under the eyes and not my forehead and chin like I would typically do. Now to dust off, I'm taking this dense powder brush and I'm gonna first pat it into the skin before swiping away. I'm gonna pack on some of this Rare Beauty blush in Thriving just because that powder took away a